Look at all those tents. Feels like 20 years of peace just flew by, huh? You know what I always hated about you, Amathar? You were so damn lucky. I mean, fifth in line for the throne and the crown rests on your head? Each of your sisters better and more clever than you. It really makes the unfortunate lord of a less than wealthy barony feel, well, a little underwhelming. I'll say your sisters were a little less lucky. The least lucky thing that ever happened to Rococo was her finding out that I was selling weapons to the Ceresians. That had to be dealt with. And I think you'll remember how strange it was that she was found riddled with arrows so far behind our own lines. But that's war, and strange things happen all the time. Ceresians, I find, are very reasonable. Very reasonable, and you can see some of their tents out here in the field. You know, I don't have luck, so I have to work. I have to work a lot. First, I had to put the little cheese boy under the scent of the Duchess cold bottle, had to ferry his idiot sailors all the way up the Sucrosi Road to that little farmhouse. Had to get them there somehow, and they couldn't sail there, could they? They'd be so suspicious walking up the road. All that, only for you to miraculously survive when you should have died. Amathar the Unfallen. You uncharacteristically leave a fight. You jump out of the ring rather than try to behead that carrot. Even after all the work me and Alfredi put into getting those water steel daggers into our hands, I thought I was going to fail. And then your friend Manta Ray Jack mentioned a girl at the banquet stashed somewhere in the Dairy Islands, and I thought, well, that's so interesting. Amathar and I are best friends, war buddies as far back as we can remember. Why would he have never told me? And I got to thinking, Amathar was never quiet about his exploits as a roving prince of Candia, so why didn't I hear about this girl? I thought I'd better talk with Manta Ray Jack. He didn't want to talk, but a few fingers and pints of blood later, we remembered your sister's book. Very useful, your sister. Very useful indeed, until a young Elizabeth Brassica ordered her run down in the street by Vegetanian knights, and that hurt, because she'd always been very sweet to me. You know, it hurts to have all your plans fail. But they say improvisation is the better part of planning, so I was happy to take advantage of the opportunity when it presented itself to me. You know what happens to a man when he dies? He shits himself. And I'd be happy to watch you shit one last time. I wonder if they'll call you Amathar the Unfallen after this. Here's to a future you can't ruin.